I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Okay, you sing like Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong?
Yeah, I can do that.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white.
On June 17th, the Riviera Theatre will host ventriloquist Terry Fator and his trunk full of friends. And who better to tell us about the show than the man himself? Terry, we chatted last year. It's great to have you back here on Most Buffalo to talk about your On the Road Again tour. So catch us up. What is new? What do you have in store for the show? And how does it compare to the show that you do in Las Vegas?
Well, we've got some, it's different. There's actually more. I'm doing more on my road show than I am. My Vegas show is only about 75 minutes long because, you know, they don't want people there doing shows. They want people to be gambling. So, so when I go on the road, I do about 90 to 95 minutes. And I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. What I like to do is I like to do my Vegas show. And then when I put a new show in Vegas, I take the Vegas show and put it on the road. There's going to be a lot of stuff that I've never done outside of Las Vegas that I'm bringing right there to the Riviera Theatre. I'm so excited about it. So you're going to be seeing a ton of stuff, and it's going to have lots and lots. I think maybe 10 different characters. It's very funny, and just one of those you're gonna go feeling exhausted from laughing, and just have a wonderful night out. But we're going to also maybe make you just feel a little sentimental too. So it's a great show, a lot of fun for the family.
And watching you do what you do, it is all kinds of things. There's the ventriloquism, there's the comedy, impressions, singing, all of it. And I know people wonder, how does he do that? And how did you realize, you know, this is my thing? And how have you managed to put it all together in this really unique way that you have?
Well, you know, it's weird because it didn't seem like that big of a deal to me because it all came so naturally. Now, obviously, I work very, very hard to be as good as I am, but you know, I've spent tens of thousands of hours rehearsing, practicing, working. But I just could always do. I just was a naturally gifted singer. I started doing ventriloquism when I was 10, and I was really pretty good at it by the time I was about 13, 14. But that's a lot of practice. But I had the natural gift for that. And impressions. I didn't even realize I was an impressionist until somebody pointed out to me. I was almost 30 years old before I realized that it was something everybody couldn't do. And so I went and saw an impressionist in Vegas one time. Danny Gans was his name, and he was really one of the best shows you'll ever see in Vegas. And he would do singing impressions. And I was sitting there, I'm thinking, I can do all these voices that he does. And so I'd like to put together a Vegas show, but you know, I don't want to be known as Danny Gans Light. So I said, I'm a ventriloquist. Why don't I just have my puppets do the impressions? I truly did not know it was going to be as amazing to people as it was. And then, of course, you know, I didn't think I'd win America's Got Talent either. So when I went on that show, no one was more surprised than me that I won it and got my dream. I'd been dreaming since, you know, for 20 years to be a Vegas headliner. And it took me 20 years to get there. But hey, I've been there now for almost I'm on my 17th year now in Vegas.
And I know that your tour is really just getting started, but considering you have that whole cast of characters traveling with you, what's the biggest challenge going all around the country with all those personalities? Are they good companions or do they give you trouble?
You know, that's the wonderful thing about having puppets is they only argue with you when you want them to. So so it's a little different from having children. Not that I wouldn't love to have children. Yeah, I was never blessed with children, and but I would love to be a parent. But you know, the thing is you know, the puppets never argue unless I want them to, and I get paid for them to argue for me. So with me. So wouldn't parents love that if they could get paid to have their kids argue with them?
You know that they would. We've been chatting with Terry Fator. He's going to be at the Riviera Theatre June 17th with his On the Road Again tour. Tickets are available on the theater's website or at terryfator.com. Terry, thanks so much for joining us. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you. I cannot wait to bring it out there, and please come out. I'm telling you, you're going to have the time of your life. And I will say it's a PG-13 show, so the kids will have it, but we got some adult stuff, but they won't get it. So, and it's nothing dirty. So,
well, it sounds great. Terry, thank you so much.
Thank you.